The biggest everyday rip-offs you never question. Have you ever paid for something and only later realized it felt way too expensive? Maybe it was a bottle of water at the airport. Maybe a cable for your phone. Maybe a subscription you forgot you even signed up for. The strange part is that these things don't feel suspicious when you're buying them. They feel normal, expected, even reasonable. And that's exactly why they work. Some of the most profitable industries in the world don't rely on making better products. They rely on understanding human behavior. They know when you're tired. They know when you're rushed. They know when you won't stop to think. And that's when prices quietly go up. Today, we're looking at everyday things that cost surprisingly little to produce, yet somehow end up costing you far more than you'd expect. And once you start noticing these patterns, you'll begin to see them everywhere. In stores, online, and even in things you buy every week. Let's get into it. Number 10. Gym memberships. Every January, gyms become one of the busiest places on earth. People show up with new shoes, new workout clothes, and big plans. There's energy, motivation, and a feeling that this year is going to be different. Then February arrives, the crowd starts shrinking. Machines become available again. By spring, many gyms look half empty. And that's not an accident. Gyms often sell far more memberships than they can realistically handle if everyone showed up regularly. They count on something very predictable. Motivation fades over time. Research suggests that a large percentage of gym members stop going within the first few months, yet many continue paying the monthly fee. It becomes one of those quiet expenses. You know it's there, but canceling never feels urgent. Some gyms even make canceling surprisingly complicated. You might need to call during business hours, visit in person, or deal with cancellation fees. Meanwhile, the membership keeps renewing every month. From a business perspective, this model works incredibly well. People sign up with good intentions, stop going, and the payments continue. Number 9. Extended warranties. You buy a new laptop or TV, and right before you check out, you're offered a protection plan. Suddenly, you start imagining all the ways the device could break. It might fall. It might stop working. Something unexpected might happen. So, paying extra starts to feel like the safe decision. Here's what many people don't realize. Most electronics either fail early due to manufacturing defects or last for years without issues. If something is defective, it usually breaks within the first few months, which are already covered by the manufacturer warranty. After that period, failure rates tend to drop. That means extended warranties often cover the time when problems are least likely to occur. Retailers benefit heavily from this. The profit margins on warranties are often extremely high. In some cases, stores earn more from the protection plan than from the device itself. Number 8. Hotel minibars. You check into a hotel after a long day. You're tired, maybe a little hungry, and you notice the mini fridge. Inside, everything looks small and convenient. A bottle of water, a chocolate bar, a soda. You grab one without thinking much about it. Later you see the bill. The prices are surprisingly high for items that usually cost very little. Hotels understand that guests value convenience, especially when they're tired or unfamiliar with the area. Leaving the room to find a store feels like too much effort. So the minibar becomes the easiest option. Some hotels even use sensors that automatically charge you when items are moved. It's designed to remove hesitation and make the purchase feel effortless. Number 7. Brand name clothing. Two shirts hang side by side. One costs $15. The other costs $120. At first glance, they may look very similar. In many cases, they are made from comparable materials and produced in similar factories. The difference often comes down to branding, marketing, and perception. Well-known brands invest heavily in advertising, celebrity endorsements, and retail presentation. Those costs are reflected in the final price. There's also a psychological factor. Higher prices can make products feel more desirable. People often associate cost with quality, even when the difference is small. Over time, certain logos become symbols of status, and that perception drives demand. Number 6. Phone accessories. Buying a new phone often leads to buying several additional items. A case to protect it, a screen protector, extra cables, wireless chargers. Each item seems relatively affordable on its own, but together they add up quickly. Many phone accessories cost very little to manufacture, yet they're sold at much higher prices. Companies understand that once someone buys a phone, they're more likely to purchase the accessories that go with it. Convenience and timing play a big role here. When you're already spending money on a new device, adding a few extra items doesn't feel like a big decision. If you're finding this interesting, consider subscribing. Videos like this explore psychology, everyday decisions, and the small things that quietly influence how we spend money. Alright, let's continue. Number 5. Airport food. Airports are one of the few places where prices feel unusually high. A sandwich might cost twice as much as usual. A coffee becomes surprisingly expensive. Airports operate in a unique environment. Travelers have limited time and limited options. Once you're inside security, leaving to find cheaper food usually isn't possible. Businesses understand this, and pricing reflects that situation. People are hungry, rushed, and focused on their flights, which makes price comparisons less likely. Number 4. Fast fashion. Low-cost clothing can feel like a great deal, but cheaper materials and faster production often mean shorter lifespan. Clothes may lose shape, fade, or wear out more quickly. As a result, people end up replacing them more often. Over time, frequent replacements can cost more than buying fewer, higher-quality items. Fast fashion relies on volume and frequent purchases. Number 3. Subscriptions. Streaming services, apps, cloud storage. Subscriptions are everywhere. Each one seems small on its own, but when combined, they can become a noticeable monthly expense. Subscriptions are designed to feel manageable. Automatic renewals make them easy to forget. Companies benefit from consistent monthly payments, even when usage is low. Number 2. Movie theater snacks. Movie theaters often price snacks higher than expected. Tickets bring people into the theater, but concessions generate a large portion of revenue. Popcorn, drinks, and candy typically cost very little to produce compared to their selling price. Still, many people buy them as part of the experience. Number 1. Premium water bottles. Reusable water bottles have become increasingly popular. Some brands sell bottles at surprisingly high prices. Design, branding, and social trends all contribute to their appeal. Although the manufacturing cost is relatively low, demand remains strong. People often view them as both functional and stylish items. Many of these purchases don't seem unusual in the moment. They feel normal because they're part of everyday life. But understanding how pricing works can help you make more informed decisions. And sometimes, simply noticing these patterns changes how you see everyday purchases. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more content about psychology, human behavior, and the hidden patterns behind everyday life. Because sometimes the most interesting things are the ones hiding in plain sight.